Artefactors Union. We're going to be doing the Auxiliary Forces box. The Freikorps keyword. Freikorps, pronounce it correctly. These are the closest thing Malva really has to soldiers, except for maybe on one of the new keywords. But anyways, we're going to be doing the Freikorps Scout first. No art there. This is the render we're looking at. And just to note, this is a weird mix of sprues you're going to be getting in this box, and that is because these two models are from 2nd edition. So we have 2nd edition Freikorps Trapper, and then the 2nd edition Freikorps Specialist. But now they are the Scout and the Drachen Trooper. Okay, here's the sprue. We're going to start with the body, put the belt on, the head, the leg, both arms, the cape, and then the gun. And there we go. Here's the body. Belt goes in along there. Should be pretty straightforward to get it in there. Here he is with his head. Back of the neck. Here's what our left leg is going to look like. At this point, should be able to kneel on his own. Left arm fits in pretty snugly. The right arm, you got to kind of squeeze it in there, but it's also pretty snug. There is a divot in the forearm, which is where the thigh goes, so next is the cloak. In this instance, it will just sort of have to snap on, so we'll need to put pressure on it. Make sure to let the shoulders cure before you do that, otherwise you'll knock your arms out of place. But those are solid connections, so you don't need them to be soft before you put the gun on. Here's the weapon. The scope should line up with the eyepiece on the model. Freikorps Scout A, or 1. Freikorps Scout 1 is done. The most difficult part is probably snapping the cloak onto his back and making sure you don't mess up his arms. But other than that, pretty nice build. Have fun. Artefactors Union. The Auxiliary Forces box for the Freikorps keyword. We are going to be working on Freikorps Scout 2. This is his artwork. And this is our render. Here's our sprue for the two new models. We're literally only concerned with these 3 pieces, so let's just get them done. A1 the body, add A2 the cloak and head. A3 is going to go and fit here on the elbow and wrist, but also it'll connect to the strap bit and plug in right in that hole, like so. Okay, Freikorps Scout 2 is done. 3 whole freaking pieces. Yeah, it's just that easy for once. Artefactors Union, Auxiliary Forces, Freikorps keyword. We're going to be doing the last of the Freikorps Scouts. It's not any artwork on the box, but here's our render. Alright, here's our sprue. We're going to go ahead and grab the body, jam both of the legs on him, then do the left arm, the right arm, the cloak, and the head. B3, the body. Add B6, the left leg. Flip. B7, the right leg. B1, the left arm and pew-pew. Turn so we can look at the right side. B2, the right arm. There is a little notch in the gun for the strap, and make sure this looks nice and flush. And jam B4, the cloak, onto the back. This looks from the top. And view from the front. And B5, the head. Freikorps Scout 3, done. Nothing of note. Pretty simple. Stuff went together really well. Crap, I forgot to name them. This is Johann. This is Gohan. And this is Zohan. Artefactors Union. Auxiliary Forces box. We're going to be starting on the Drachen Troopers. First one's not the artwork. But here is the render. Alright, here's our old 2nd edition sprue. We're going to grab the body, jam the leg on there and the head, then do the chest piece and both tanks of the backpack. Once all that's on, we'll do the arm and the other arm and end it up with the shield that goes on the gun. There's the body. We're going to turn them up and look at where the foot's supposed to go. I'll just jam that right foot in there. Next is the chest piece right here that goes in the nice hole in his chest. Next is the head. It'll take a little bit of squishing to get it right, but as long as you just check out the neck on all sides and you're okay with it, you'll be fine. Flip. Okay, we're going to start with the tank with the singular tube first. And we're going to put it on this part of his back right there. The tube will wrap around the chest, and it's supposed to plug into the chest piece. Excuse me. Right there. Now, I might run into the same issue I did, where it looks nice on the back and it fits perfectly. On the front, you can see there's this pretty sizable gap here. And this is the second model I've assembled with this gap, so I think it might be an issue with just the mold. Anyways, it's relatively fixable with green stuff. We're going to do the other tank now. This one has two pipes, and the one that's shorter should wrap around the chest and plug into the chest piece. I'll also connect to this hole here. There it is from the back and the front, and you can see it connects on this side, so... I mean, if I'm doing something wrong here, please someone let me know. Next up we have the right arm, und die Flammenwerfer, which will connect to the shoulder, and there's some nice spots on the waist that'll connect to, and that extra long tube should go here on the bottom of the gun. I actually had to grab mine with tweezers and sort of push it up so it would connect and hold in place. Next is the left arm, which is obviously connected to the shoulder, but also it's holding onto this handle that goes on top of the Flammenwerfer. I like saying that. View from the front. And the side. Okay, this is the blast shield on the flamethrower, and I'm not terribly confident in it, but I'm pretty sure this little divot right here is where the barrel of the gun goes. And this right here is the left side of his left hand, like the pinky fingers slots right in there. Yeah, there we go. Drachen Trooper 1, done. Yeah, a lot of difficulty with this one. Especially around that chest piece. Not sure. Best of luck. Artefactors in Auxiliary Forces box. We are on our last model, the Drachen Trooper 2. Here's our artwork. And our render. Here's our sprue. It's probably the busiest one we've had. We're going to go ahead, I think, grab the body, put both pieces of the flowy skirt on, then do both legs. The chest piece, turn them around, figure out all 4 bits of the gas tank, and end with the pipe. D2, the body. Okay, D3's placement I don't think is very obvious unless you look at the render, so look at the render. D4 is a little bit more obvious as it completes the skirt. Now look up the skirt. D7 is our left leg, goes in there, looks like that. D8 is our right leg. D1 is our chest piece. Flip, grab D9. Add D6. This will be our left tank. Next is D11. Combined with D10. And this is our tank on the right side. Last, it's D5. It'll start connecting to the bottom of this tank, snake its way around here, come up here, and then the sort of plate on one end will fit right there. There we go, nice and pretty. We are Drachen Trooper 2. A little bit more complicated, at least as far as detail in the model goes, than the first one, but easier to assemble. Oh crap, names. We're going to call this one Campbell. And here we have Bruce. As far as the most difficult part of this build, I think the left side of the skirt was kind of weird to figure out until I looked at the render. And just noticing what side was up on the tanks, other than that, pretty easy build. And there we have it, the entire Auxiliary Forces box. Done.